Ya, oke. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And welcome to Basic Physics course. And today we are going to continue our topic. So we have the third topic, for today, and we are going to discuss about vector analysis. Okay. Okay, so I think this kind of material or this kind of topic is already discussed when you were in a senior high school. But I think in the university, there will be a lot of differences, because we are in university, so everything is getting complex, But I hope I can deliver the complex of the topic in a very, very simple way, And today we are going to learn about the vector, Okay, but before we talk about the analysis of vector, I just want to remind you that in physical quantity, there are two kinds, of physical quantity. The first one is scalar quantity, and then the other one is vector quantity, Okay. Oh yeah, by the way, Wesley, if because in this class we have also student from Indonesia, so sometime I will deliver the material in bahasa Indonesia, So our class will be in bilingual way, So please don't worry if I say something and you don't know everything about it. It means that I am speaking in bahasa Indonesia, So don't worry, Wesley.
Oke, so.
Ya. Oke, jadi ada besaran, besaran fisika itu, Itu ada skalar, besaran skalar dan besaran vektor, Okay, so we have two kinds of quantity in this kind, Okay, the example of scalar quantity, Jadi contohnya dari besaran skalar, Okay, I'm sorry. I think we have to talk about the definition first, Okay, the definition. Nah, the definition of scalar, scalar quantity. So scalar quantity is something that has value only, and it can be measured. Okay, so the definition of scalar, but this is free definition, Jadi ini adalah definisi bebas, So the free definition of scalar quantity is something that has value, sesuatu yang memiliki nilai only, Jadi hanya sesuatu yang memiliki nilai, sesuatu yang hanya memiliki nilai, something that has value only, and it can be measured, dan itu dapat diukur, Okay, example, for the scalar quantity is time, or waktu, in bahasa Indonesia. Time, it has value, and also time can be measured, Jadi waktu itu punya nilai, time has value. Let's say 2 seconds, 2 seconds, or 3 hours, or 5 days, So we can measure time, And this is the example of scalar, ya, scalar quantity. Also we have distance, ya, distance, ya, or in bahasa Indonesia it's called with jarak, ya, jadi jarak or distance, ya. So we have 2 meters, ya, or 3 kilometer, ya, or 5 millimeter, ya. So this is distance, ya, so jarak. Okay, so this is for the scalar quantity. And now we are going to discuss about the definition of vector, ya, vector quantity. Okay. Nah, the definition is like this, ya. Something that has value, yeah, that has value, yeah. So it's still similar with this one, ya, something that has value, ya. Jadi masih sama, ya, definisinya. And it can be measured. Yeah. Okay, and it's still similar with this one, yeah. So it has value. So we have value also here. We have value, and then we have value here, and then it can be measured, yeah. The scalar one is also have measure, but the only thing that make, yeah, between vector and scalar different is that in vector quantity it has direction, ya, ya, atau or arah, ya, arah. In bahasa Indonesia arah, ya. So direction, ya. Okay. Example, ya. Example of wait a minute. Example of vector quantity. Okay, example of vector quantity is velocity. So we have 3 meter per second to, let's say, to the west. Yeah. So we have to say the direction, yeah, the direction of the quantity, yeah, or 5 mil per hour to the north. Yeah. Yeah. So we have to say the direction. If we compare it, yeah, with the scalar, we cannot say 2 seconds to the west. We can't say that, ya. Kita tidak bisa mengucapkan 2 detik ke timur, itu nggak bisa. 3 jam ke barat, nggak bisa, nggak nyambung, ya. So we cannot say direction to the quantity of scalar because it feels strange, ya, karena terasa aneh, gitu, ya. So this is the difference, ya, between the scalar quantity and the vector quantity. So if I make a table, yeah, table to differentiate between scalar and vector, so this is scalar and this is vector, yeah, and then this is value, then measure atau diukur, ya, measure, and then value measure direction, ya. If I make a table So in scalar, yeah, it must be in English, yeah. In scalar, yeah, using C. Scalar, yeah. If is scalar does scalar have value? Yes, it has value. Vector also yes. Does scalar can be measured? Yes, scalar can be measured, yeah, and also vector. Does scalar have direction? No, it doesn't have. But in vector, it has, yeah. Okay, so to differentiate between scalar and vector quantity, yeah, we can look it on this one, yeah, because the direction is the only thing that makes scalar and vector different, ya. Jadi hanya arahlah ya yang membuat besaran vektor dan skalar itu berbeda, gitu ya. Oke. Oke, so far do you have any question before I will give you another example of vector and scalar? You have any question, you can just open your microphone or you can chat, yeah, or you can make a chat here. And don't worry, you can ask me in bahasa Indonesia, ya. Untuk yang dari Indonesia tidak masalah kalau nanti mau tanya pakai bahasa Indonesia. Nanti akan saya translate gitu ya, akan saya terjemahkan ya. So if you guys have any question, please don't worry to ask me. It's okay in English or in bahasa Indonesia. Then I will translate it. Yeah, so your friend can understand what your question is. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I think we don't have any questions so far. Okay, let me continue my explanation. Okay. Now, another example, yeah. Another example of scalar and vector, ya. Okay. In physics, yeah, in physics of mechanics, yeah, in physics of mechanics, yeah, there are we know two words, yeah. The first one is distance, and then the second one is displacement. Displacement, ya, distance and displacement. In bahasa Indonesia, ya, distance means jarak, ya. Jadi dalam bahasa Indonesia, arti dari distance itu adalah jarak. And for displacement, ya, in bahasa Indonesia, it is called with perpindahan. This one is scalar, yeah, and this one is vector, ya. Okay. This is the distance and this is the displacement or vector. Nah, the unit is similar, yeah. The unit is similar. So the unit is in meter, yeah. And displacement is also meter, yeah. Or it can be millimeter or it can be kilometer, but it is in meter, ya. For the international unit, ya. Jadi untuk satuan internasionalnya adalah meter, ya. So Now the question is, what makes these two things difference? Ya, jadi apa yang membuat keduanya ini berbeda? Ya. Yang satu itu skalar, yang satu itu vektor. Nah, okay, now I'm going to explain you about the distance first ya. Jadi saya akan menjelaskan untuk yang jarak terlebih dahulu ya. Okay, so for distance ya. For the distance, let's say this is point A, and then this is point B, yeah. And then this is point C. Yeah. The space between A and B, yeah, is 5 meter. Ya, jadi space atau ruang kosong di antara A dan B itu adalah 5 meter, gitu ya. And then the space between B and C is 3 meter. Jadi ruang kosong di antara C dan B itu adalah 3 meter ya. So AB is 5 meter and then BC is 3 meter ya. Nah, if you talk about distance ya. Jadi kalau kita berbicara soal jarak ya. Let's say Kalki moves ya from A to B ya. And then B to C. Yeah. Question is how many distance that how does ya. Nah, jadi Kalki bergerak gitu ya, dari A ke B, kemudian dari B ke C. Berapa jarak yang dilakukan atau berapa jarak yang Kalki lakukan ya? How does many distance that Kalki do gitu ya? Berapa I think the grammar is not correct ya. But I hope you know what I mean ya. Because I think the grammar is not correct ya. Let me check it first ya. Kayaknya grammarnya ini salah ya. Tapi intinya adalah how many distance ya that I do gitu ya. Berapa sih jarak yang saya lakukan gitu ya. Okay, now let's draw the first ya. Draw it first ya. So I go from here to here ya. And then I go from here to here. Yeah. And because we talk about the distance, yeah, so the distance, yeah, distance, yeah, or people commonly say with D, yeah. So D means distance, yeah. So distance of me, yeah. Jadi distance that I do, or distance that, yeah, the distance that I do, ya, jarak yang saya lakukan adalah AB plus BC. Yeah, so this one is AB. Yeah, this one is AB, and then the BC is 3. Yeah? So in this case, because the question asked me about distance, then the things I do is make addition of AB to BC. Ya. Jadi yang saya lakukan adalah menambahkan dari A, B, kemudian dari B ke C gitu ya. Jadi so we have 5 plus 3 ya. So it's 8 meter ya. My distance ya. Distance from A to C ya. So this is the total distance ya. Nah, total distance from A to C ya. A to C. Nah, okay, this is for distance ya. Now we are going to discuss about displacement. Yeah. Okay, so I think I will make it as displacement. Distance, I mean. Okay, distance, and now displacement. Yeah. Also, I have the same question. Yeah, but for now, I will make it not as distance, but as the displacement. Yeah. Wait a minute. Yeah. Okay, but for now, it's not distance. Yeah, but displacement. Yeah. Displacement. Okay, if the question is like this, yeah, so it is about displacement. So I will answer the question with this, yeah. So displacement will be AB plus BC, yeah. Yeah, but because it is vector, then the space that we measure is not like when we are doing with distance. Yeah, if we are calculating distance, we calculate with AB and then plus BC. But in this case, because we are talking about vector, yeah, displacement is kind of vector. So we are not doing this. We are not doing AB, BC, but directly A to C. Yeah. So the distance between the displacement, yeah, from A to C is like this. Yeah. So this is A, this is B, and this is C. Yeah. So if it is distance, yeah, we do like this, yeah, AB and then BC. But for now, because we are talking about displacements, so we calculate this one directly. Yeah. So this is 5 meter. Yeah. This is 5 meter, and then this is 3 meters. And now the question is how many, yeah, distance between A and C. Yeah. So in this case, we are going to do Pythagoras, yeah, Pythagoras things, yeah. So formula of Pythagoras. So like this, yeah. A, B, C. This is the 90 degree, yeah. So this one is 90 degree. Yeah. So this is 5 and this is 3, yeah. So the AC, AC to the power of 2 equals to AP to the power of 2 plus BC to the power of 2. Yeah. So AP will be 5 to the power of 2 plus BC, yeah, 3 to the power of 2. It is 25 plus 9. Yeah. It will be 36. Yeah. So AC to the power of 2 is 36 No, 34, 34. 34. Yeah. So AC will be square root of 34 ya, meter ya. Nah, you can just use your calculator to find this one ya. So this is the displacement ya. Displacement from A to C ya. Okay. Yeah, before I continue this explanation, do you have any question between displacement and distance? Yeah, because after this, I mean, next week actually, yeah, next week we are going to talk about velocity, yeah, and we have to know the concept of displacement and distance, ya. Jadi karena minggu depan itu kita akan berbicara terkait kecepatan, ya, sehingga kita harus memiliki konsep yang matang gitu ya antara displacement and distance. Okay, Wesley, any questions?
So on displacement, since we're talking about the concept of direction, I think we forgot to show the direction on the example that we got.
I'm sorry, I can hear you clearly.
I'm saying
Yeah.
on the displacement example that we got, right?
Hmm.
We talked about the value and also the direction.
Yeah.
Is it correct? So I think we forgot to specify the direction. We just worked on the displacement. We forgot.
Yeah. Okay. I think I'll try to repeat your question. Yeah. So you said that in distance we are not. In distance we are not discussing about direction, but in displacement, yeah, we talk about direction. Meanwhile, okay, it's hard. Okay, it's hard to say actually. Yeah. Let me save your question, yeah, because I cannot clearly hear your voice actually. So maybe you can type me on chat, yeah, or maybe you can just contact me personal so I can catch your question clearly, yeah, because your voice is not clearly to me. Yeah, I'm so sorry, Wesley. Yeah. Hello, Wesley. Do you hear me? Hello.
So wait a moment, sir. I'm typing the
Yeah.
question.
Okay. Yeah. And I hope my voice is also clear for you. Yeah. I mean, for you guys, for all of you. Yeah. I think the connection is not good here. Yeah, I'm in campus actually. Okay. While we are waiting for the question of Wesley, I just want to give you another example of displacement and distance. Yeah. Let's say we open Google Maps. Yeah. Okay. Let's say I want to go from Solo. Yeah. From Solo to Jakarta, yeah, which is our capital city. Okay. Wait. Yeah. Okay. Nah, if we nah, if we talk about okay, yeah. If we talk about distance, yeah, then yeah, or distance means jarak ya, or jarak. Yeah, so the distance between Solo to Jakarta, yeah, is this one ya. So this is distance. Yeah, distance, because we do a lot of because in calculating of distance, yeah, we calculate in the path that we did ya. Jadi ketika kita melakukan perhitungan jarak, kita melakukannya dengan menggunakan jalan yang kita lalui ya. So all the pattern that we do on it, yeah. So we can consider it as distance, yeah. Yeah. But displacement, yeah, yeah, or displacement perpindahan ya. So the displacement between Solo and Jakarta is this one ya. 462 kilometer. So this is the displacement. Nah, but if you check it on Google Maps, it is written with distance ya. Jadi tertulisnya distance ya. So there is different definition ya. Distance in physics and distance in our daily life. Jadi ada perbedaan antara antara penyebutan distance in physics and distance in real life ya. So in physics distance is distance ya. I mean in physics displacement is displacement ya. But in reality distance is displacement ya. So please do not be confused ya. Jadi jangan bingung gitu ya. Because the definition in physics is this one ya. Displacement is displacement ya. Not distance ya. Jadi kadang dalam bahasa atau dalam kehidupan sehari-hari itu ya, atau yang ada di GMAP tadi, yang dimaksud distance itu adalah displacement gitu loh ya. Padahal itu berbeda gitu ya. Nah, sama seperti ketika kita beli mangga 3 kilo ya. Itu kan sebenarnya kan yang dihitung beratnya, bukan masanya ya. Masa itu 3 kilo, masa satunya kilo. Tapi kalau di kehidupan sehari-hari ya, masa itu berat itu dianggapnya kilo gitu ya, kilogram gitu ya. Itu kalau di kehidupan sehari-hari ya. Padahal kilogram di fisika itu untuk menunjukkan massa, sedangkan berat itu satuannya adalah newton gitu ya. Nah, jadi jangan bingung ya. Jadi dalam fisika yang kita pahami adalah itu gitu ya. So physics displacement ya, distance and displacement is different ya. But in reality ya, sometimes people get confused between distance and displacement. Okay. Oh yeah, thank you, Wesley. Yeah. Since we worked on displacement and we got our answer, yeah, I think in addition we should have added the direction of the displacement. Yes, it's correct, really correct. Yeah. Where is my? Yeah, actually, the correct one is we have to add the direction. Yeah, but I do not know the real direction. Yeah, because we have to find the angle. Yeah, between this line and this line. Yeah, it can be 45 or it can be 40. Yeah. But the way, I mean, the method to find the angle will be discussed later. Yeah. So thank you, Wesley, for your nice correction. Yeah. Yeah. So actually, we have to put direction in here. But let's say this one, the square root of 35 to northeast yeah, to northeast. Yeah. Okay, thank you, Wesley. Very nice correction. Okay, any question, guys, about this topic? Yeah, especially for this one, yeah, because sometimes reality and physics can be different, but I have to say that we are now talking about physics, so please bring your mind or bring your brain into physics universe ya. Jadi bawalah pikiran kita itu ke dalam alam fisika ya, jangan dimasukkan ke alam sehari-hari gitu ya. Karena ya tadi ya, distance itu dianggap displacement kalau di dunia nyata. Padahal distance and displacement is kind of different things ya. Okay. So do you have any question before we continue our topic? So I think this is the last topic for our meeting today. Yeah, the reason why I put other video, yeah. So actually, the material that I deliver today is for the number 4 only, ya. Jadi cuma untuk nomor 4 ya. The other, will already discussed in 1, 2, and 3 ya. Jadi yang lainnya sudah ada di 1, 2, dan 3 ya. Because I have only limited time, so my previous explanation is already embed here. Jadi yang sebelumnya ya sudah ada di sini gitu ya. Okay, so whenever you make the sum, so please do not only watch on this video only, but you have to also watch the first, the second, and the third one ya. Jadi harus dibahas atau harus dibuat setelah menonton 1, 2, 3, dan 4 gitu ya. Oke. Oke ya. Okay, now I am now going to talk about vector analysis ya. Let me think first. Okay. Let's say we have So this is floor, ya. Okay. And then in this floor, ya, I have a box. Yeah, so this is box. I have this box. Okay, and then I move the box to the east. Yeah. So whenever I say I move the box to the east, it means that I give something, ya, in the form of vector, ya. Jadi karena saya tadi mengucapkan menggerakkan box ke arah timur, so it means that saya melakukan sesuatu yang berhubungan dengan vektor, ya. Okay, so I will move the box to the east, ya. Using a force, ya, using a force. Let's say force A. So force, ya, the simple definition of force, ya, is something makes not something, but something that makes something move, ya. No, very bad definition. Thing, ya, thing that makes something move. So this is very simple definition of force, yeah. But actually there is a more complete definition, but for now I will give you a simple definition of force, yeah. And the unit of force is Newton, yeah. Unit of force, yeah. The unit of force is Newton, N, yeah. So let's say I give the box, yeah, force to the east, yeah. So force is kind of vector, yeah, vector quantity. I give a box force, yeah, to the east, yeah, and the force is called force A, yeah, or Fa. And then the value of Fa is, let's say, 4 Newton. Yeah, 4 Newton. Yeah. Okay, so if we imagine, yeah, the box, and then we give force to the east, yeah, with the value of 4. In our imagination, the box will be moved to the east, gitu ya. Ya, so jadi ketika kita ada kotak, kita tarik dengan menggunakan gaya ke arah timur, maka logikanya adalah box itu akan bergerak ke arah timur, gitu ya. So the box will be move, ya, will be move, ya, from here. So this is the box, ya, to this position, let's say, ya. So this is the box using Fa, ya, 4 Newton. So this is the case number A, yeah. And then case number B, yeah, case number B. I have floor here, and then also I have the same box, ya. Jadi saya juga punya box yang sama. But now I will give force to the up, ya, above, ya. I will lift, ya. I will lift the box, ya, using a force, let's say force B, ya, with the magnitude of force is 3 Newton, ya. Jadi saya mengangkat, ya, atau menarik ke atas, ya. I give a force up, ya, uplift the box using force B, ya, which is the magnitude of 3 Newton, ya. Jadi saya mengangkat menggunakan 3 Newton, ya. So and also it is vector, ya, because I say up uplift ya. Because I say uplift, the force must be vector ya. Karena saya mengatakan mengangkat gaya ke atas ya. So itu dikatakan sebagai vektor. So in our imagination ya, the box will be lift ya. The box will be lift. Yeah. So from this one, so this is the box. And then the second position of the box will be here, yeah, because we give the force uplift. Okay, yeah. So it can be imagined, yeah, yeah. In case A, yeah, the box is going to the east. Meanwhile, in case B, the box is uplift, ya. Boxnya keangkat ke atas. Okay. So this is for the case A and the case B. Now I want to make case C. Saya akan membuat kasus C. I have floor here. And also the similar box, yeah, I have the similar box here. But in this case, I will do the combination between force A and force B. So I will put force A here. And then I will put another force, which is force B, this one, in this point. Okay. Now, the question is, make your imagination where the box will be. Kemana boxnya itu akan berada. So the answer is, yeah, the box, yeah, because in case A, using only force A, the box will be moved to the north, to the east. Meanwhile, in the case B, using force B, yeah, the box will be uplifted, yeah, and then because I use combination between force B and force A, then the position of box B, yeah, will be, let's say in this position, yeah. So this is box, yeah. So this is the FA, and this is the FB, yeah. So in the case A, the direction, yeah, start from here to here. Yeah. In B, the direction is start from here to here. But now, in case C, because we put combination between FA and FB, so the direction will be like this. Yeah, nah, that's the direction. Okay. Now, I have case D. Yeah. So we have 4 cases today. Yeah. Case D. I have also the same floor here. So it's the same floor. Yeah. And also a similar box here. But in this case, I want make the position of box B into this position ya. Jadi saya ingin box itu posisinya seperti ada yang di sini ya. So I want to move the box into this position ya, which is similar position with this one ya. But I cannot put FB and FA. Jadi saya tidak bisa menggunakan FA and FB. Instead of using the FA and FB, I have to only use single force that makes my box move from this position to this position. Jadi saya mau menempatkan box ini ke sini, tapi tidak boleh menggunakan FA dan FB. Tapi bolehnya cuma satu. Ya. So the question is, how much force need to be applied so the box will be at point X. Let's say this one is in point X here. Okay. How much force? How much single force? How much single force need to be applied so the box will be at point X ya. Jadi kalau misalnya FA dan FB ini digantikan hanya dengan satu gaya, itu kira-kira gayanya berapa? So in this case we have to make a combination of force which is force is also vector So what can we do is like this. So this is the FA. This is the FA. FA. This is the FA. And then this is the FB. The value of FB, is 3 Newton. So this is 3 Newton, and the value of FA, is 4 Newton. Is 4 Newton. So we are going to combine between FA and FB. So the only thing that we can do is using Pythagoras because in vector analysis we can move the quantity. Jadi kita bisa menggerakkan gayanya. Maksudnya seperti ini So in this in vector analysis we can move the vector so like this So instead of placing the FB in this point, then I will move my force into this one. After this, so because we are going to make analysis of vector, we can do Pythagoras method in this case So we use Pythagoras because we are going to find the combination between FA and FB which is this one So this is the FAB or sometimes it also called with FR So R means resultant Resultant means combination or result combination between a lot of things So this is the force resultant or resultant force resultant between FA and FB Okay. Now because we are going to find the FAB, then FAB square to the power of 2 equal to FA to the square of 2 to the power of 2 plus FB to the power of 2. So FA is 4 plus 3. So it is 16 plus 9, it is 25 So this is the FAB to the power of 2. Yeah. So FAP is square root of 25. It is 5 Newton. To the, let's say, to the northeast, yeah, to the northeast. But actually, northeast is not specific, yeah, because we have to put also the degree, yeah. It can be 35 or 30 or 36, yeah, and etc. Yeah, because northeast is like 45 degree, yeah. But in this case, I believe that it is not 45. It can be other number, yeah, below or bigger than 45 degree, yeah. So this is the resultant of our combination of our force, yeah. So in this case, if we put, yeah, FAB on the box, then the box will be uplift, yeah, to the point of X, yeah. So because the FAB is combination between FA and FB, yeah. Okay. Yep, I think that's all, yeah, for today, because I have meeting, and yeah, it's already 10:45. But I hope you can understand what I am talking about. But before I close my explanation today, maybe you have any question, please. I will give you like 6 minutes, yeah, 6 minutes of question if you have. But if you don't have any question, then we can just finish our session today. Okay, any question? If you have finished, or I mean, if you feel clear with my explanation, please give thumb up, yeah. Or you can choose, you can just give thumb up emoticon, or you can just say clear on chat box. Yeah, thanks, Wesley. Okay, but if you have any question more, you can just ask me directly, yeah, through my WhatsApp. Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, okay. So I think no question is so far. Yeah. Okay, so I can conclude that we don't have any question for today's session. So if you have any question, you can just ask me directly. Yeah. But if you don't have any question, then yeah, good for you. Okay. Yeah, before we close our class today, I have to take picture of you first. Yeah, so please, I need your 1 minute to activate your camera. So please, Wesley, Irza, Iftor, Ilham, activate your camera. Wesley, Irza, Iftor, hello. Okay, let me count from 10, 9. Wesley, can you keep activating your camera, please? Okay, wait. Hello, Wesley. Are you still there? Oh yeah, yeah. Okay, everyone, smile. Cheese. Okay, one, and then again. 1, 2, 3, cheese. Yeah, okay. Thank you, everyone, for joining my class today. If you have any question, please just contact me directly. And I hope you have a nice weekend, yeah. And see you on the next meeting. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.